These are great answers. Computer shut off.
Ah,
There it is. Why is it important to expand from the temporary site in Oba to a more permanent site or a larger site in Umunia?
yeah. The university is growing. As I said, not in a geometrical progression, but rather an arithmetical. And but in spite of whichever is the case, is growing. The population last year is not the population this year, and a place meant for maximum of 1,000 students cannot host 3,000 students without so many inconveniences. And the structures are limited, very, very much limited, compact. And we don't like that to be on. That's why we're making every effort to move to the permanent site. Permanent site, from the takeoff site that is about 18 plots to a permanent site that is 4,000 plots. You can see the difference is so much. The difference is quite much. So that's why we're hastening, if you like, doing everything possible to make sure we move to the permanent site. And you know, young people need space. You don't just jump pack them in a place. They need space to move around, to have space to talk, to chat, to play, and all that. There at the takeoff site, there is no field to play. And you can imagine a young person that has no place to play. And young people like to move up and down, jump up and down, and all that. So that is that.
What are your plans and goals for the new location at Umunia?
At Umunia, the permanent site, we have gotten a D6 caterpillar or bulldozer for scraping or making the road through the entire university campus. Then the bulldozer is already working there. When we go there, you see it. Then you have also the plan to build what I call St. Peter's Square in Nigeria. If you go to the Vatican in Rome, you see the St. Peter's Square, a road coming that way, and then there is a kind of a semicircle formed on both sides, and then you have a road or place leading to St. Peter's Basilica. So what we have in mind is, where you have St. Peter's Basilica, there you have the signature house of the university. If you come down, there are lecture halls on the left and on the right, where people can also stay and watch whatever events may be taking place, like convocation, like matriculation, or any other celebration. So the square we have in mind is going to serve at least dual purpose. All right? Lecture halls and the canopies or shade whenever we have a big celebration. Also, it reminds us of the Christian origin or Catholic origin of the university. In fact, anytime we show it in the TV, I'm sure people will be very happy to note that we are emulating the architect who drew the one of St. Peter's Square in Rome. We have it in the local church. We have it in the campus. So that's what we have now. We're already building offices for the professors and lecturers. Offices. The structure has already reached what we call DPC level. We have only to do German floor and continue to raise up the walls. Some sections of the building have already reached the lintel level. So that is that.
So it sounds like you have many plans and a lot of development in the future for Tanzania University. What do you require to accomplish these goals in terms of funding or support or any other resources?
We cannot boast that we have enough resources to get this permanent site developed. No. We don't have even 1/10 of what we're looking for. But we don't want to wait on until we have all the funds. If we have $1,000 today, we use it to mold blocks. If you have $10,000, we can use it to start the foundation. That means although we shall need millions of dollars to have the whole university developed, we shall not wait until we have all those millions. Few thousands will do a lot of work for us, and we are developing the permanent site in stages, step by step. Step by step. Why? Because we can't take all of them at a time, being so much limited by funds. So that is the present situation. If you ask me how much do we need, well, you may also ask me how much of water does the Atlantic Ocean need from the River Niger? Because no matter whatever amount that comes, there will be somewhere to plow that money in. But our main preoccupation is to make sure that the money is properly used and judiciously used for the purpose for which the money is sent. I know some of my foreign partners, they have always abhorred the idea of diversion of funds. And so it is very uppermost in my mind to supervise and make sure that any cent that comes in must be used for the purpose for which the donor gave the cent. Why? Because over here sometimes you get cases where people use the fund for a structure and use it for a private house, or use the fund for construction of road, for the construction of a fish pond in his village or in their villages. So I abhor such and will not allow that to happen. That's the general attitude I personally have, and that's the secret of the success around me. The Europeans, the Americans with whom I have associated since 1980, they haven't left me. They continue to bring us things, they continue to associate with us, because I know, even myself, if I'm not sure that the money I'm giving to somebody will be used for that purpose, I won't give, even myself, no matter how charitable you are. So it's the same thing. And since they notice that we always send the reports back to them, detailed, according to the use of the money they have sent, they have always continued to send. It may not solve all problems, but at least it is a big alleviation. It helps us it's a big assistance to us to get things properly done.